And so when you're in these trauma bonded relationships, you go through cycles that your nervous system, when you leave, won't even believe that you've been through. And sometimes you end up being in a situation where when you do leave, your nervous system shuts down to a point where it's just numb, exhausted, tired. You feel like you're not progressing or doing anything productive because you are flat out exhausted from walking away from a relationship you were constantly surviving, from the fights, the tension, and how toxic it would build and get. And you would live that cycle multiple times a day. And so when you pull away from that sort of an environment and you're now in this more safe environment, your body literally is grounding itself and is not dealing or processing yet. And so you could have some periods where you feel numb, then some periods where you start to feel great and you're feeling amazing. You're starting to appreciate your decision and your choice. You're starting to look in the mirror again. And I know it could sound silly, but you could look in a mirror. Like I used to look in the mirror and I would look in the mirror because I'm brushing, combing my hair, putting my makeup on, but never really looked in the mirror to look at me and to see me. And so when you do walk away sometimes from a very, very, very hard situation, and you still did care for the person and you deeply loved them, your nervous system just needs time to recognize what a new safe is and then to be in that loop for a while. Because your nervous system can't suddenly believe that after 2 days, 3 days, everything's okay. Because maybe you could have been in a relationship where they traveled and they would come back. So your nervous system would get a chance to breathe a little bit, catch a bit of a heartbeat, and then lose all of that again when you're in an abusive relationship. And I mean abusive, it could be verbally, emotionally, or physically. And now when you've pulled away from that kind of a relationship, your nervous system is trying to believe that safety is lasting, that the unsafety that will come now is from deep inside you pulling out memories or trauma or things you have to deal with. That's the only unsafety you deal with until you make all those emotions, as Joe Dispenza says, you turn them into wisdom because you detach from the emotions of what used to happen when you deal with the trauma and you get the help, so that now those emotions become the wisdom that guide you and give you the lessons that you need at this point in your life. And it's so okay to take your time to heal. It's so okay to feel no shame that you might miss them. It's so okay to understand trauma bonds are addictive.